Onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, Delta. Ready?
Block now on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. He completes this to Sutton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Throwing on first down is Locke. Flush to his right. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, it's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hey, you got 3, Three down. He's set. 19. 124. Watch the screen. And 24. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. In the face. Hustle. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. All day.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Hey, pick 1.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Check, 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Cut. Watch the twist. 45 to Mike. 45. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Flushed out right. Thomas has got it, complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
45. Mike, 56. Pull it. Now. 45 to Mike. Hey, tighten down.
They run. It's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the screen. 45 to Mike. Try. 45. Mike, 45. In your face.
Throwing again is Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Locke.
I know you're trying to...
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
It's our deal. Hey, it's our house. Banjo. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. You must be.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check 4. Hey, check 24.
On third down, Miller. Room here to run. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing now is Locke. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Locke now to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. He finds Humphreys. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
45 is the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Echo. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go one more.
Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
On 3rd down, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Alert.
Check Mike 39.
Hayward. You run.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Watch the run.
On first down, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Let's go. 54.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 5-4. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. 54 is down, he's coming. One set. Check Mike 54.
From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
First down, Broncos.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to float this over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Yep. Motion. Hey, Haywood.
Again, it's Locke. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
26. Check. 54's Mike. Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number, because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Hey, high 7. Heavy on the edges. Hey. 4-1's Mike. Watch the run. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. All the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DJ Reader That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch up, switch up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Motion, motion, motion.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Thomas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Flush to his right. It's caught. Humphreys. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
On the double.
41's the mic. Got you.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Right there. 54, right there.
I got one. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run with Miller. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though? In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Locke. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17-yard. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Reset! Like 88! Check, Mike, 39. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Texans, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.